Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are reacting to ESPN, more specifically Jay Williams ranking the top NBA title contenders for next season, which I think is a little premature considering, all the different, speculation and trades and rumors and stuff like that going up in the NBA offseason right now. But, you can only work with what you got right now, right? So let's go ahead, check this out, see if we agree. I'll give my reasons why I do or don't think a team can contend. And, yeah, man, if something's just blasphemous, too, I'll be sure to call it out, but hopefully it's good.
I got our way too early rankings for next season, because that's what we do on the show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You ready for it?
Okay, but what are you ranking?
I'm ranking my top teams in the NBA.
Top seven NBA championship contenders?
Top seven.
Yes, got it.
Give me the number, Yates. What
number 7.
There we go, number 7.
Number 7.
I'm going with the Grizz. I'm going with Jaren Jackson. I'm going with Ja Morant. I'm going with Dylan Brooks. We'll see what moves they make in the offseason. I still think they need.
I think that's a fair spot to have them. Number 7 feels right. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Veteran wing to their team, but I like the way this team is built.
Yo, gotta get Kevin Durant.
You can easily make a case that if Ja Morant weren't out the last 3 games, so that series could have been different.
Missed half the series
against Golden State. Same with Steven Adams. So look, they're right there when it's all said and done. I got them at number 7.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Number 6.
I got the Nets, man.
Hell no. How you got the Nets right now? There is. Okay. Once again, I guess okay, you know what? My bad. It is assuming that who's on the roster right now is on the roster. So yes, I assume, if Ben, I just feel like there's too many what-ifs with this team. But yeah, when completely healthy, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, great team. Just as much as, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden were a great team when healthy, man. Just too many what-ifs with the squad, though. And I don't think Kyrie's coming back. I'm not sure how Ben Simmons is going to incorporate with Kevin Durant. I don't know how Kevin Durant's going to react to if Kyrie leaves. Just too many question marks for next season. I don't know, man. And keep in mind, that's not saying the Nets are going to be a bad team, but this is ranking NBA title contenders. And I don't know if I've ever seen a team with that level of dysfunctionality really contend, man. So let's just kind of go based off that.
Off principle alone with their names. I mean, the star power, KD, Kyrie.
No longer
Ben
enough
Simmons,
for today's
when
NBA.
He's come back. Joe Harris.
Gotta have
size
consistency.
They have, the length they have. We'll see what they do with Bruce Brown. Some questions around the team. Steve
Huge
Nash,
questions.
their head coach, could make a case that they would have been better off with Kenny Atkinson if they had kept him. But I get it. It is what it is. I just got them at number 6 because there's a lot of volatility, right? A lot of question marks.
Yeah, lots,
think they'll be
a ton.
fine, but I need to see it more consistently before I can believe it. They're number 6. Next up.
Number 5.
I got the Suns. Look, you can tell me what you want.
Suns at 5? Bro, why are we disrespecting the Phoenix Suns like this, man? Okay, let's call it like it is. Yeah, CP3 choked again in the playoffs. But I think I think this team is more than Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that they are going to make some type of big move this offseason. Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges. I don't know what's going on with DeAndre Ayton. I do think that Ayton is probably gone, so they can sign and trade him for, a nice piece or something like that. But I guess in the end of the day, it's about winning. The ranking is for title contenders, but I don't know, contenders is the weird word. Does that mean you think they're going to win it or just contend for it? Because I think the Suns, as far as contending for it, they got to be higher than number 5, man. Yeah, I think that's disrespectful, to be 100% honest, but we'll see what teams are over them.
Want to tell me about Devin Booker didn't show up. CP3 got hurt. Jay Crowder and company got a little bit banged up. We'll see what moves they make with DeAndre.
Yeah, they'll be back next season, please believe.
Major question mark. That's probably why I had them at number 5. And I give them a lot of credit. Look, I give Dallas a lot of credit. They were able to get by them. But still, when it's all said and done, I still like the Suns and CP3 a year older.
Yeah, I like him a little higher.
He'll be there when it counts. Next up.
Number 4.
The Celtics, man. Look,
Celtics at 4. I agree in the sense that, I do think the Celtics do have a few things to address this offseason. They can address those things. I'll probably have them, 2 or 3 on my list. But, yeah, they definitely got to get a playmaker. They got to, bolster up the scoring off their bench. I really think they should bring in a guy like a Ricky Rubio. I've heard talks, I don't know if the Celtic fans or just other NBA fans talking about, maybe it's time to move on from Marcus Smart. I don't know how I feel about that 100%. But I do definitely realize, the Celtics team, they're not guarantees to get back to the finals next season. The NBA is too talented, and they are going to have to really address some of the things. Am I counting them out? Hell no, man. I feel like the Celtics team was, counted out by a lot of people already at times, and I'm not making that mistake again. But definitely some things to address.
I think you can make a question around, can you add Malcolm Brogdon? What do you do?
Yeah, that would be
Marcus
huge.
Smart? I think Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Questionable decision-making from this whole team.
Well, Defensive Player of the Year, but you also got to be Defensive Player of the Year when it counts. You know, like when you're in the finals and everything like that, and you are that elite defensive guard, I think people were expecting a little bit more out of them. It's like, it's one thing to, you know, do the defense in the regular season and, you know, every single night, not every single player's going to be bringing it, so your defense can look a little bit better. But, you know, I think Defensive Player of the Year, I feel like full-on 82-game season going to the finals impact. And I don't know, I just feel like Marcus Smart left a lot of people disappointed in that regard.
Obviously, Jason Tatum, I think he's going to take this offseason. It's going to burn him in a really bad way. He's going to work. Al Horford being a year older, he was a pivotal
Jonathan
piece.
Isaac, I'm telling you.
Robert Williams, if he's healthy with Grant Williams,
Terrence
his team,
Ross.
Udoka, their style, really like them there at number 4. Number 3.
Number 3.
Yo, the Clippers, man. Yo,
We doing this again? Every year, man, you know, man, there's nothing. If you're a Clippers fan, I think you have a very talented roster. I think when completely healthy, it's the top team in the NBA. But once again, like, I just feel like we do the same thing every year with the Clippers. Like, we put them up on this pedestal, and they just really don't meet expectations, and a lot of that is just because of injuries and things like that, which can be fixed, but, you know, you got to look at the roster you have in front of you. Once again, this team does need a playmaker at point guard. Reggie Jackson, nice little scoring guard and everything like that, you know, when guys like Kawhi and Paul George ain't playing. The fact of the matter, for this team to contend, I'm not talking about just being good. I feel like the Clippers, even if, you know, health isn't up to standards, they can still be a good NBA team. Like, they're deep enough like that. But to actually contend, there's some things this team needs to do, you know, just from a chemistry standpoint and playmaking standpoint, and I got to see those moves happen. But number 3, you know, I'm sorry, I don't have the Clippers above the Celtics and Suns. I feel like that's a little premature. I really do. Like, I don't see what the Clippers have done to put them over teams like the Celtics and Suns. I just don't see it. So
put some respect on the Clippers' name.
Why?
Kawhi Leonard coming back. He has a New Balance commercial.
We gotta see him back, though.
He's doing these commercials. He's coming to be the king of LA. You know, I don't know what's going to mean for Key and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Here every
AD
offseason.
and LeBron, I know they'll be there when it's all said and done. But Reggie Jackson, Paul George is nice. Keep sleeping on Paul George.
How about the coach, Jay?
And then Ty Lue.
Yeah, if you're sleeping on Paul George as a basketball player, then yeah, that's one thing. But once again, I think the injury bug, I have to see them get beyond that, you know, when it's been such a huge prevalent thing in the past, man. I don't know, maybe I gotta do a ranking on my main channel, Crispy Flakes. I think I'm gonna do that one of these days. Probably like once free agency is over with and I can actually see what teams are looking like.
About how they're building it. You know, in LA with the Lakers, that counts.
Clippers a problem.
Number 3. Next up.
Number 2.
The Bucks, man.
Bucks.
Look, the Celtics got by the Bucks.
I'm cool with it. I think Chris Middleton definitely, like, him being missed on the Bucks and everything like that was huge. It was a huge factor. And yeah, I mean, the Bucks are just built like a good quality basketball team and system and everything. Like, they're going to be contending every single season that Giannis is there. I still would like to see them make, you know, maybe address the center position a little bit. I think Brook Lopez just a little bit, you know, beyond his good days, you know, as a basketball player in the NBA. I mean, he'd still be like a backup and stuff. I don't know if I like Brook Lopez as their full-time starter anymore. Definitely want to see them get a little bit more youthful there. Definitely embrace getting a 3-and-D type of center and everything. I think that needs to be the move. Obviously, Brook Lopez can be that, but I think age, injuries catching up to him. So I think changes like that have to be made. Maybe get a nice wing defender for the bench unit, something like that.
But if Chris Middleton were on that team, I don't think the Celtics are getting by the Bucks. So, I mean, Giannis, to me, is still the best player in basketball. It's a conversation. It's a debate. If you want to have it with him, Steph, LeBron, all the best in the game. But look, he's playing at a high level. They're going to come back. They're going to be healthy. I still think they are the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. And then number 1. Golden State Warriors.
Golden State Warriors, that's cool.
I mean, they're going to bring back Wiggs.
Nothing to say about
you got
him.
Jordan Poole. He's going to come back.
Or them,
Steph,
I should say.
You got Clay. You got Draymond. Their core is intact. And look, James Wiseman coming back in the offseason.
Yeah.
Kuminga, they have the youth. They have the veteran. They have the experience. They are the team to beat.
They got a good mix of young players, but also the vets.
NBA season. So,
all right, guys, that's the list right there, man. Warriors, Bucks, Clippers. I would say out of all these teams, how I would probably have it listed with these 7 teams. I'm gonna go Warriors. I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm gonna go I'm going to go Celtics at 3, Suns at 4. The reason I have it like that is just because I feel like DeAndre Ayton replacing him could have a larger effect on the Suns than maybe like some of the pieces the Celtics need to find, but they're a pretty close 3 or 4 for me. Then after that, I'll probably go, I'll go Nets, Clippers, Grizzlies. And the reason I go with that is because I think the Nets and Clippers both have a lot of question marks, but if both teams can figure those things out, man, or do I got Clippers, Nets? I don't know. It's hard to really say, because I don't think the Nets are even going to look the same, so I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But, it's pretty difficult, but it's hard to do right now. It's just so many moves are going to happen, so let's check those out first, man. That's all we got for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.